So this is the business breakthrough model, and this is your big why. I always talk about your big why because I believe that it helps to inspire, motivate, and drive you to do what it is that you can in your business. Now, sometimes the big why, that's like just too big of thinking, right? That's like a lot of pressure sometimes for people. So let's chunk it down. Let's make it something smaller. Let's say that what you want to do over the next few months is you would like to buy a new car. So if you want to buy a new car, then how many transactions will that mean that you make above what it is that you need to support your family for, with your business, right? So let's say that you know how many homes you need to sell in order to provide for yourself and your family. And you know that you need to sell um, four transactions at $1 million each, which will net you roughly $20,000 so that you could put towards purchasing a new car. All right. So we have four transactions. Our new conscious awareness, our new thinking is that I want to sell four transactions. I want to be involved in four transactions. That could be either four homes, that could be two clients where you represent the buy, the sell, right? That's four transactions right there. So you now have your new way of thinking, and now your behavior is going to support that. As you're calling your database, you're going to increase the number of calls because right now, the number of calls that you're doing is not providing you the four transactions that you need to buy a new car, right? You need to increase the number that you're calling so that you can increase the number of contacts, to increase the number of leads, to increase the number of contracts signed, right? So let's say you're currently doing 10 phone calls a day. You're going to increase it to 20 phone calls a day. So now you've changed your behavior. Every day you're doing 20 phone calls. As you do this, as you do your 20 phone calls, like let's say you've done 20 phone calls for 5 days, that's amazing because now you're starting to create a habit. Every habit will really be embedded into your way of thinking, into your way of doing, if you do it for 66 days, right? So if you start with today to change your habit and you continue for 66 days, this will be your new way of living, right? Now, I always think of, oh, if I'm going to change my habit, it's going to be this new thing, this great thing, right? But there are also bad habits that we've created. And so, I just want you to be aware that a habit is a habit. Whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, that depends on you. So now we've got our way of thinking, we've changed our behavior, and now we've created habits. So we're doing 10 phone calls more than what we were doing. And then maybe as we're getting comfortable and more confident with the phone calls that we're making, and we're starting to see some activity because of it, right? Let's say that, we've increased our calls from 10 to 20 per day. We're starting to get some activity. Some of the people that we're connecting with are referring their family and friends to us because they know that they're interested in real estate. You're starting to monitor the MLS every day so that you are fully aware of the market activity in neighborhoods that you tend to sell in. And with this activity starts to come a feeling of excitement and a feeling of accomplishment and a feeling of confidence. And so now there's this new awareness of what your real potential truly is, right? You're starting to feel good. And as you're starting to feel good, you start to recognize, oh, what are the relationships in my life? Now, have you ever heard that when you look at the five people that are closest to you, they are a reflection of who you think you are? So this is kind of interesting, right? So, you could do that with your family and friends and look to see if you're still in alignment with the relationships that you currently have in your life. But I'm talking about business today, and I'm talking about real estate. And we are currently in alignment with Keller Williams Bay Area Estates and Keller Williams Coastal Estates. And so as you look around at your associates and your colleagues, it's a pretty good feeling, right? People have that Keller Williams culture of supporting each other, of, you know, being in high production and living the biggest life that they possibly can. That is where your relationships are, and the level that everybody is in the office is going to bring our office to this ceiling of achievement. The people, the productivity, the profit, and the market share, it all depends on you and your big why and your thinking. So if you feel that there's more that you want to do than you're currently doing, then it's simple. You just need to have a new way of thinking. Now, simple doesn't mean easy, okay? If you would like to talk to me about changing your thinking, then I'd be happy to have a consultation with you. If you'd like to talk to me about supporting you and coaching you to achieve the goals that you would like to achieve for this next half of the year, then definitely talk to me and let's see if we're a fit. Let's see if how I coach and how I train resonates with you. What's the best thing that could happen? I can help you to become the agent that you've always wanted to be. What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that could happen is that I help you focus on what it is that you need to do to become the agent that you want to be. I don't know if that's the worst, then I think it's pretty good. Thanks so much for coming. Have a beautiful day.